Okay, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm reviewing the Srixon Zx5 irons. So I've done a review of the Zx7 end of last year in my old studio, and this has been requested a few times to do a review of the Zx5, so that's what I'm going to be doing today. So Zx5, let's start with the price. The recommended retail price for 5 to pitching wedge in a steel shaft is £899. So it's in and around where everybody else is when it comes to price. What I like about the Zx5 and the ZX range as a whole is the ability to blend it. So the Zx5 range is 1 degree stronger than the Zx7 range. So 32 degree 7 iron in the Zx7, 31 degree 7 iron in the Zx5. So if you've got 6 to pitching wedge, for example, in the Zx5, you could have 5 and 4. The 4 irons are exactly the same loft, and the 5 iron is 1 degree stronger in the Zx5, so it can blend better. The Zx5 is the more game improver iron of the two, so the Zx7 is more like the player's iron. But all in all, they look almost identical. It's just that the Zx5 is slightly thicker to give you that bit more forgiveness. Technology in the Zx5 iron. So we have the main frame, which is a milled pattern on the backside of each Zx5 iron face, which maximises COR for more ball speed and more distance on every shot. The other thing it's got is something that's called progressive grooves. So in the shorter irons, 8 down to pitching wedge, the grooves are a little bit narrower, they're a little bit sharper in order to aid that spin, because what you want to be doing with those sort of irons is stopping it on the green. So they've brought the grooves in a little bit shallower and sharper, and that will give you more spin in and around the greens, which is a great idea. They've also got the Tour VT sole. So this is a V-shaped sole, and this is there purely designed to aid turf interaction. So it's designed to get into the turf and out of the turf as quick as possible, basically, and not snagging up and then slowing the club down as it hits the ground. So it's just something that is a little bit of built-in forgiveness into the club. And the last thing it is a multi-piece construction. So it's got tungsten in the toe of the Zx5's long and mid driving iron, so that's the 4 to the 7 iron, which increases the MOI for more stability and forgiveness. The forged sub-10 face enhances speed and distance, while the forged 1020 carbon steel frame is there to give you a better feel, basically. So all in all, there's quite a lot of technology in these irons, but you can say everything you want to say about how good they are. It's all about how they perform. I've been looking forward to testing these, so I'm going to get the quad on and let's see what kind of numbers we get with this. Right then, Zx5. So the shaft I've got in this is the Project X 6.5. It's as close to the shaft I normally use as I can get. I've got the 6.5 PXI. So a little slightly different, but pretty similar in kind of specs, or as close as I can get with what's available. Right, so my 7 iron is a 32 degrees. This is a 31 degrees, so I would kind of expect this to go like 175, I'd have thought. I get like 165 to 170 out of mine, so kind of expect this to go about 175. Down at the ball, quite a thin top line considering it's more aimed at the sort of game improver compared to the Zx7, but it looks fantastic. Not an overly long blade length, or what appears to be an overly long blade length either. It just looks like an absolutely great looking club. Certainly something I could play all the way through the bag, really. It wouldn't have to be Zx7 and a blend. I think these look fantastic. Possibly a bit stronger lofted for me, but let's find out. Good hit off the first shot. Where's it carrying? 184. 185 carry, spin down at 4.5. So a little bit low in the spin. Could possibly change shaft actually to get that spin up for myself, because I don't really need to be carrying it that far. But off the face, that felt fantastic. Yeah, really, really impressed with how that felt off the face. Definitely really easy to hit. Oh, yes, it's just a good club. Such a good club. Where's that carried again? Yeah, a little bit too far for me. 188, 4.5 spin. Considering it's quite a high launch angle at 20 degrees as well. I'll have a couple more and I might change the shaft out. Another good hit. Yeah, it's just gone a little bit too far. These are so low spinning. Let's change the shaft. Right, I've just changed the shaft out to the Modus 120 stiff shaft. It's a little bit higher launching than the Project X, so hopefully will give me a little bit better spin numbers than 4.5, because just a little bit too spinny, less spin, so I'm not going to get a lot of stopping power on the greens with that. Oh, it's a good hit again. Good carry again, 4-6 spin. It's my issue with this club. It's not spinning enough for a 7-iron for me, and it's carrying too far at 188, even with a bit of a higher launching shaft. One thing I'll say though in its favour is, you know, it's consistent. What I'm not getting so far is a flyer off the face, which is what I could possibly get with some of these stronger lofted clubs. It's a little bit of a flyer off the face, but I think I need more loft than this. A little bit low in the face, that one, so a bit lower launching, but that's done well again. Very consistent, really, really consistent. This club feels amazing, like it just feels fantastic. I mean, like, I could easily blend these clubs and play these clubs. They just feel like, they say nothing feels like a Mizuno, but Srixon are very close. Let's just look at that, like they are all consistently at that yardage, 187. It's just that spin. The spin's come up a little bit with this club, but arguably this is just about like 6-iron-ish type level, maybe 1 degree stronger than a 6-iron. So I'd be wanting sort of 5 and 5,500 with this kind of loft anyway, so it's not far off. A little bit fat, that one. What's the drop off on that? It's done really well indeed. Right, let's have one more, and then let's put a green out on a course and give myself a bit of a challenge. Really good club. Feel wise, feels great, sounds great. For me, just a bit too strong in the loft to be able to get the spin I'd want for a 7-iron. Average ball speed, 123. Average launch, 19. A little bit high considering, but I kind of needed that because the spin down at 4.5 is just too low. Average carry, 183. Peak height is good at 37, and the descent angle is really good at 47. It's just that spin is just gonna cost me like a bit of stopping power on the green. Club speed, 93, so really good club speed going through. Right then, let's finish off going after my favourite green at this Tetton Pine. So I've got a clear water. It's 187 yards. So I've got this 7-iron in hand. Let's have a little bit of a, how good is it going to stop on a green contest, or if we can even hit the green. I think I've leaked that out to the right a little bit. Sort of bailed on the water. It's on the green. Not an easy 2-putt from there though. Just a slight fade on that one, so not ideal. Just bailing out from that water. All right, let's try and get one on this green properly. Let's try and take this pin on. That was a good hit. That's a good hit. Right on it. Oh, stop. Such a good club. 190 carry. Oh, this is a good club. Just travels too far for me, but I think it'd be perfect in a 5 and a 4-iron. Right, last one. .180 carry, that's got to go. No, it's all right, I bailed on it. 3 greens out of 3. All in all, it's a fantastic club. So that concludes the review of the ZX5 clubs. I have to say, these are really, really good. For me, slightly stronger lofted, so it's carrying a little bit too far. Like 190 with a 7 iron is a little bit too far for me. If I can get it around 170, that would be ideal. So if I could blend the ZX7s in with the ZX5, I think I could have a fantastic set. Just get the right shaft in to bring that spin up a bit and get the distance down. But feel and sound, these are up there. These are amazing feeling clubs. They are so soft. The crack off the face just fills you with confidence that the ball's going to travel. They're just really, really good clubs. Srixon have made some excellent irons this year, and with the release of the ZX4 coming out, which is like the ultimate game improver iron, I think the ability to be able to blend clubs nowadays is second to none, and Srixon have made a set of irons that will blend fantastically. So who are these aimed for? I think these are aimed for people with a slightly slower swing speed, need a little bit of help getting the ball in the air, but if you've got speed, then you probably need a little bit more loft than these are giving. We can bend them, but you wouldn't want to bend them too much because then you're manoeuvring the bounce as well. But you could technically get the ZX7s, weaken them a degree or two, then get these, weaken them a degree or two, and arguably you could have the perfect set of clubs if you've got my kind of speed. But if you haven't got my kind of speed, these ZX5s are really good launching clubs, and arguably, they could really help people who just want that real soft feeling club, but just need that little bit of help to get the ball in the air and get it going forward with those slightly stronger lofts. I mean, 31 degrees isn't offensively strong. It's not like 27 degrees, but it's not traditionally around 34 to 36. So yeah, I think if you're in the market for a new set of irons, you want a little bit of help, definitely look at the ZX5 from Srixon, because they are phenomenal. But let me know what you think. Do you play ZX5s? Are you looking at getting the ZX5s this year? And if you are, why not come down to Ashbury if you're close by, and let's test them out and get them out on course and have a little play as well. But that's been another review. Thanks very much for watching. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. Please give us a comment and a like, because it does help me boost these videos out and get the channel growing. And we're getting quite close to 6,000 subscribers now, which is fantastic. So if we can get that boost, that would be fantastic. But otherwise, I'll see you all again at the next video.